You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?
Alright, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of the Southside logo, aka Grinch, aka 5-star Southside General, Bozo. Now this video here is of him speaking about G-Face on his current podcast with Street Gangs TV. And this clip is coming courtesy of Mr. Negative TV. If you guys don't know who Mr. Negative TV is, he's an upcoming YouTuber that hit me up for advice. Said, Blue Devil, I want to get on. How can I get on? Here's a little bit of bread. Tell me how to get started. The homie started his page 20 days ago, and he's just about 200,000 views in. The homie's doing great, and as a matter of fact, it's dope that I can grab my clips from him and give it to you guys, and I don't even got to do work. So that's fire. Shout out to Mr. Negative TV for making life easy. With that being said, look, I don't want to hold you guys too long. We're going to try this new thing where we get right to the video. So with no further ado, let's get you guys this Blue Devil reaction. Let's get it.
But yeah, that's done with, man. And it's you know, right now it's being, you know, how should I say, like, people are talking about it.
No jumper.
You know, I'm glad. Well, you know, 1090 Jake, that's another thing. Look what happens, right? So just so people could see what I mean by there being rewards to having integrity and having principles, right? Like, I'm at home and I'm going through this, right? And without me knowing, the gentleman on the other side of this beef is in serious trouble with the FBI. You know what I'm saying? And they're you know, they're crashing down on him. And
if you guys don't know, or the beef that we're talking about, it's with G-Face.
Yeah, it's with G-Face and
Let's go.
myself. So yeah, so the FBI was investigating him, and I believe that you know, I believe that a big part of that investigation was because of how I was antagonizing him with my silence. You know, the more you ignore a man with a huge ego, the more his ego reveals itself, right? Like, the more you ignore an arrogant person, the more that arrogance comes out. And I know that more than anybody. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm lucky to have the confidence that I have in myself to be able to take all the insults and all the threats and just sit back and laugh at them. You know?
Basically, what he's saying is this. Look, I could have 100 people getting at me talking all this smack and saying this and that, but I don't care because I know the truth. So I'm going to just chill and wait for the right moment. That's it.
You know, they don't call me Bozo for nothing. You know, I laugh at the circus. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not part of it. I lead it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, I love that.
yeah. So I sat back and I was able to, you know, let his ego be his own worst enemy. You know. So as he was trying to insult me and destroy me, he was burying himself. Like, first of all, he released a fake AI of me. You know, altered audio of me allegedly speaking to a minor.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. When that came out, right? When that fake AI came out, everybody hit me up. Hey, what do you got to say about Bozo now? Look at your homie. Your homie's in hot water. Look what he's doing. Hopefully you expose him now. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, listen, when I heard it, I knew it was fake. G-Face sent it to me with the quickness. I think I probably was the first one he sent it to, right? I'm not going to run it. Fool, I got to verify that it's true. All this, right? I hit up Bozo like, what's up, fool? And I go, what's up, fool? You going to respond? And he's like, no. I'm going to just, let it do what it do. He wasn't worried. And I told him, I'll run it for you, fool. Don't trip. I'll run it. I'll verify it. I'm going to send it to somebody that can break it apart, and they're going to let me know. He was like, all right, fool, handle business. And if you guys go back and watch my video, we broke it down. And we found out it was false. Let's go.
In a disrespectful way.
Didn't they do that to American Cholo?
Yeah,
too?
they did that to American Cholo too. Well, they edited his. Mine was a complete AI. So he released that audio and he went full force with it, which was debunked and which was proven to be. And he even admitted that it was fake. He took it off his channel.
Yup.
And then he openly documented putting a hit on my head for $40,000.
Hold on. Before he did that, what he did, he tried to send me some tapes of the mom of the girl saying it was true. And I don't even know if those tapes ever came out, but I got them. And he asked me to release them, and I was like, I'm not gonna release that, bro. I'll listen. I'll let you guys listen to them right here. I go, I'm not gonna release them. Here they go. Hold on. Oh, it's right here.
So look, I just need to get my side out there and let all of you know that I'm the mother of the girl that's on the recording with Bozo. The one where a grown man, is talking to.
Well, if anybody wants them, let me know. I'll send it to you. But I told G-Face, look, bro, I'm not going to do it. And people are going to be like, oh, you were in contact with G-Face? Look, very simple, bro. Let me make this very fucking clear to everybody watching, all right? We all knew about the first paperwork with G-Face, right? The hood hopping. We all knew about the jail shit he had. The first thing. Not the DEA, not the FBI informant. We didn't know about that. 1090 Jake cracked that. But the first part, we all knew about it. There was a norteño up north that wanted to expose the Southsider, and I had to play favorites because it's no norteño gonna expose no Southsider, right? So go watch the video, you'll find it. At that point, I didn't know about the paperwork. That was early on, like a year and a half ago, right? We had heard things about it, but we truly didn't know, right? But I do remember G-Face from like 2010 with Smooth Hustle, Little Ghost, all that, right? But when that norteño tried to expose him, we didn't fully have the paperwork. We were only hear shit. And that's why I was like, this norteño is not going to get no action, homie, right? Until one of our guys say something. After that, Bozo confirmed it. A bunch of other people confirmed it. We ran the name. The paperwork came out. All right, cool. But G-Face was still hitting me up, trying to be cool with me, right? And this whole time, I knew this fool was a hothead. I knew he was a crash dummy. I knew he would do some stupid shit, right? So I always kept it at bay, right? I always kept it like very simple with him. He would hit me up and be like, hey, I like that video you did. And I'd be like, all right, cool, right? He'd send me shit like, react to this. I'd be like, all right, cool. If you guys go watch the video where he dissed me, he said, yeah, the hater world, I send them videos and he said he gonna get to him and he never does. Well, there you go. The simple reason was because I would keep him at bay, like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll get to it. Only because a couple of reasons. Number one, I heard that he was, how can I say it without sounding like I'm dry snitching, right? I heard that he was putting money where money needed to be. And I was like, damn, I ain't trying to fuck up nobody's shit, right? Number one. Number two, I knew he was one of those retards that would try to get famous on YouTube. And I did not want to do something that was going to ruin my homeboys and myself over this retard, right? And then I'm not gonna lie, there's a text message where the homie, I'm not even gonna say his name, one of the content creators sent me a text and be like, hey, G-Face is a snitch, I got the paperwork. We've been having it, we got it. And so basically we didn't want no part of that fool, bro. Right? Bozo didn't respond to him. I kept him at bay. It was just him trying to attach himself to all of us. He tried to be cool with Bozo. Bozo said nope. He tried to be cool with me. I just kept it at bay. So when people be like, oh, you were on his side, you did. Homie, pay attention and read between the lines, right? Go read between the lines. And so when he got caught recently with the FBI shit, 1090 Jake hit me. Before it came out, once he got arrested, I knew right the next day because 1090 hit me and said, hey, fool, like we got the lowdown on this fool, right? He goes, we all know about the old shit, but check this shit out. And 1090 is the one that hit me up and said, hey, go hit up Bozo and let him know that this fucking guy is telling on him. I called Bozo up and told him, hey, beware, just in case. So that's the get down on G-Face. All right, that is the get down on that guy. Now he's out there being part of Mr. Criminal's camp. Now he's a Christian talking about the Bible. Well, there you go. But let's continue.
For somebody to kill me. And even then I laughed because, you know, my experience tells me if somebody's doing that, something's not right, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like something is definitely it's there's something behind that, right? Nobody with the right sense does that openly
Facts.
on YouTube. Who puts a bounty on a man on YouTube openly without him being able to get away with prior crimes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just studied my enemy, studied my opponent, and I told myself his weakest link is himself. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, the more that he felt he had to prove himself to me, the more money he flashed.
So,
Mr. Criminal's downfall was trying to prove to us that he had better numbers, more subscribers, more views, more live watchers, more money. Remember? 12 Impalas, 13 mansions, blah, blah, blah. The next day, he owes me 10K and can't even pay me. Again, there's certain individuals that you treat differently, right? Mr. Criminal was the type of guy where I knew he was going to crash out by talking too much. G-Face, if I would have said anything, he's a crash out dummy. He would have pulled up and got blasted on, and we would have all been busted. So we just don't say nothing to guys like that at all. So very different situations that a lot of you little kids watching would not understand. Oh, you're a bitch. Why didn't you talk shit to him? Homie, he's not worth it. He's not on our radar. Just let him talk. Oh, well, how come you act hard with Criminal? Because he's a fucking retard. He's going to crash out himself. But you guys will understand. But let's go. Well, some of you
were
will.
saying something about 1090 Jake.
Yeah, so I'm getting to that, right?
Oh, okay.
So the more he exhibited wealth, the more he exhibited cars he was buying, the more he talked about the houses, the new house he was about to buy for $2.5 million in LA. Well, without me knowing, the feds were investigating him the whole time, and his main evidence was his YouTube channel, because he was documenting all the things that he was purchasing with this money, allegedly, right? This is all alleged, still in the you know, he's fighting all this, right, through the feds. That he was buying all these purchases he was doing with illegal money, that he was doing through government funding, that he was allegedly
PPI
frauding, I guess. He was committing fraud.
Okay.
So so they arrested him. I didn't even know, right? I didn't know. The feds went, picked him up, and I guess his next pawn to get out of prison was me. You know, he told the FBI that I had sent him photographs of his wife, his children, and his dog at his house through DMs. What? And that I had told him that his days were numbered. So at that point, I didn't know this. Like I said, listen, I want you to understand how you know, how important it is to, you know, have faith, right? And have God on your side, you know what I'm saying? That same day that I'm going to sleep to wake up for my daughter's wedding is the day that I'm getting all these messages, but my phone is turned off because I'm gonna sleep early because I got a big day, right? I got to get my daughter away the next day. So I'm not even, the world outside of my daughter's day isn't important to me.
Yeah.
Usually my phone is,
I'm not gonna lie, I hit that fool like 20 times. Motherfucker, wake up. Cause I'll tell you the message I got, alright? This is the message I got. I'm gonna read it to you guys right now. Tell him, first he goes, you fuck with Bozo? Yeah, that's my boy. We from the same area. This is the reply I get. Tell him delete anything he got on G-Face in his phone. His lawyer trying to show the feds Bozo took pictures of his house with his wife and kids. He sent me this at 12:01 a.m. And I go, I'm going to call him right now. And this fool responded with, they trying to use it as an example that he got people after him. All right? I hit a Bozo like 10 times because it's important, homie. If the feds are going to come to your pad, allegedly you got something on your phone, you need to get rid of that phone, my boy. You feel what I'm saying? So he didn't answer. So I left him the voice message, and the next morning he hit me, and
that's my biggest resource, right? So I'm always very attentive to it. That night though, I was like, you know what? We're going to bed early. We got to get up early. We still got 3 little kids. We got to get ready. 4. And so I went to bed and I ignored it. And when I woke up in the morning, I'm getting messages from Blue Devil and 1090 Jake.
I hadn't even heard this. Oh, dope. Fire. There you go.
It's important, 911. But at that point, man, I'm like, I'm not prioritizing none of that shit,
Yeah.
I'm prioritizing the day that I have. And I see the message briefly, and I'm like, whatever. I don't care, I'm having something bigger happen today, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have the ceremony on my daughter. We have a beautiful photo shoot. We have the dinner with my family. And on the way home, after all that, finally I open my phone up and I'm like, let me see what's going on, And 1090 Jake, which is a big YouTuber, he was looking into G-Face as he got arrested. And he came up on the emergency motion for bail that his lawyer submitted for him under the pretense that I was a threat to his family.
Damn.
That I had threatened to harm them and him. You know what I'm saying? So
which was fake.
His case, yeah, absolutely fake. Like, so I wouldn't do that anyways. I'm not that stupid, nor do I like the morals, Like I would never, families are off limits,
kids,
right? Like
facts. Hey, look, shout out to 1090J because he didn't have to do all this. He didn't have to reach out and let this fool know anything, or let me know to reach out to this fool, He could have been like, who cares? Fuck these Mexicans, But the way that he looked out is commendable, homie. So regardless what anybody says, that's a big move for somebody like that on the big platform to look out for our people.
That doesn't even make sense. But yeah, so 1090 Jake was reaching out. Hey, just in case, tell Bozo to be careful, They might be coming to question him or to come look for him, This guy's giving him as a pond. Another person that unexpectedly reached out and was showing concern for me also was Wack100.
Really?
Like somebody that people view as a villain to our culture and like what I represent as a Southsider, right?
We're going to leave it there. But he said that even Wack100 reached out to him. I knew that too. And believe it or not, that's commendable as well. Because a lot of people don't like Wack because of the things he said. And, it's only right? But again, Wack has told us 100 times that he playing a character online and he a different person off the internet. So all you can do is take that man up on his word. I'm not saying that he's in good graces with me or us, not like we're anybody. But listen, again, we're going to base everybody based on the video that we're watching at the moment, not as a whole, right? But again, with G-Face, I never supported that guy. I knew everything that was going on as far as the first shit. I just didn't want no part of that, bro. And sometimes you got to act cool with people just to get them off your shit. And if you ain't never done that, I'm sorry. If you don't know about that, I'm sorry. If you ain't never had enemies to have to pick which ones to act with a certain way, then I'm sorry, bro. But I'm here for the long haul, and I ain't gonna fall into nobody's trap. If I gotta be cool with this guy, it's just like not be cool with him, but it's just like be like, yeah, cool, yeah, whatever. It's just to get him off my shit. That's what I'm gonna do, right? If this guy's talking about me and he wants me to respond to get him something, I'm not gonna respond. I'm gonna do whatever I know that is right for me and my team. And if you understand it, cool. And if you don't, then you don't. It's that simple. It ain't for you to understand. But at the end of the day, I'm glad Bozo didn't get caught up. Those that need to be where they need to be or where they need to be. That's simple. Salute to Mr. Negative TV. Salute to Street Gangs TV. Salute to Bozo. Salute to Wack100. And salute to 1090 Jake. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video.
You gotta be grateful. You need haters. What is you complaining about? What do you think a hater's job is? To hate. So let them do their goddamn job. What the is you complaining about?